My name's Stephen Moxley. I grew up, my riding career growing up was in Ajax, Ontario, which is like Durham region. It's outside of the city of Toronto. And getting into riding was just because a local park got built and I saw a BMX rider. I was 15 at the time. Well, I went to the park with a friend of mine who had rollerblades and he had an extra set, so I went to try and rollerblade and I fell instantly. And I decided to come back the next day with a skateboard. Again, fell instantly, just could not figure it out. And when I saw a BMX rider, I was like, knowing how to ride a bike in general, I thought that I could transition to that. So I got my grandparents to buy me a bike. BMX, for me, it's a lifestyle, because obviously now, starting at 15, I'm 27. I've been doing it for 12 years. It's almost the only thing I know, really, but not in a bad way. It's allowed me to do a lot of stuff, and it's just like, it's a family. It's something that I can go do at any point, whether I'm mad, happy, sad, and it's just like, it's always good times. I'm like more of a technical rider, so it's trying to combine a lot of stuff into one single trick. And you know, I almost relate my riding sometimes to dancing, so it was like, for me, the hardest thing I've done recently would be, it's called a decade to foot jam whip. It all depends on the trick sometimes. I mean, you can get lucky and literally get it first, second go, or it could take months. I've had tricks literally work on them for months and months and months. And then once you finally get it, then, you know, nothing really beats it. I don't know if anything can compare. It's like a high, really. Having a bike bag. That is the biggest challenge, no matter what it is when it comes to traveling, because it's essentially a golf bag, but most of the time somebody's gonna ask you what it is, like what is inside of it, you know, because if I come into an airport, nobody thinks I'm a golfer, ever. There's no physical way. And sometimes I don't mind telling a little white lie and say it's golf clubs. Other times I'll say it's a bike and then they wanna charge you. You gotta go through this person, you gotta go through this process, and it's just, the bag is as big as you are, so you gotta carry that around. It's like carrying a human. So that, for me, biggest challenge in traveling altogether. Biggest accomplishment for me really is just the fact that I still love BMX the way I did when I was 15, you know, because I've seen a lot of my friends come and go and they just got to a point where they didn't care about it, you know, and it really gives me the drive to keep going. Not to prove that I like am better than them, but to know the fact that I still love BMX. that I looked up to the most when I was younger. He doesn't ride anymore. He ended up, blowing out his back real bad. But his name was Danny Hickerson, and that really, like, his style of riding is, I think, what helped mold who I am as a rider. And then from now, being older, I don't really, feed off the energy of the other older class of riders. I love to see what young kids are working on, what my friends are working on, because that's what it really comes down to sometimes, is like, it's what the locals are doing, and who you like riding with. That's really where I get all of my, this is what I want to do today, right? Hi, I'm Stephen Moxley, and I don't remember what I wanted to be when I was a kid, but I do know I love my BMX, and I'm that now. Pro rider. Let's go have fun.